Hello there, you guys. I know I'm late getting on tonight. Mm-hmm. Hey, Diane. Hey, Deuce. Hey, Ison. Y'all, I'm eating bad right now. Hey, Lamar. Hey, Tyranny. Hey, Teresa. You're at work loading the Amazon trailers. Hey, praise the Lord, because I'm waiting on something from Amazon. So I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, it's an apple. Hey, Angel, the real boss. I hope everybody is doing good tonight. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what I love, y'all. Oh my god, I have fallen so freaking in love with seaweed, the roasted seaweed. Oh my god, it is such a good snack. It's healthy. I only got the 4-pack. Next time I get the 20-pack. I'm gonna get the roasted garlic and the wasabi. It's really good. I'm trying to see. No sugar, period. Donald Trump. We're gonna talk about Donald Trump, and we're gonna talk about Yo Gotti. Y'all know I haven't really talked about Yo Gotti. I haven't really talked about him in a minute. It don't mean it don't mean nothing. It just means that I ain't talked about him. But I want to talk about him. I want to talk about him. Yo Gotti, I was looking at some of his pictures. Yo Gotti looks sad and worried. And it's easy to like mask, like it's easy to mask, Gotti's world and all of that. We know that that's a facade, right? Anytime you have, because all Yo Gotti ever wanted was, I guess, to be in a position we assume that he's in, because I don't even know if he is full owner or majority owner of his company, right? We don't know things like that. Because when they start getting these credit lines and stuff from these record labels, okay, like Yo Gotti is tied up in contracts. They have to put up some type of collateral. So that would more than likely, be his record label, whereas they would still let him run it. Okay. Because let him be the face of it, don't necessarily have to be 100% his. Okay. So, I was looking at him, and you're just looking into Yo Gotti's eyes and stuff. I wouldn't want to be him, because Yo Gotti looks sad and worried. You have to, I think about he's lost his brother, and that's unfortunate. I really hate that Juke was killed. I really do. I hate that so bad. I would never be one to, regardless to how I feel about what a person has done, I would never be one to say, that's why this happened, that's why that happened. I don't have that type of spirit or energy. But I will say this, looking at him, and just looking in his eyes and stuff, I'm like Charleston White. I think that man is suffering. A lot of people think he may have had something to do with what happened to his brother. Me personally, I don't necessarily believe that, although I wouldn't be surprised. I don't necessarily believe that. But I think he would have rather had his brother around, somebody that would that because he really can't trust anybody now other than his mom and his sister. So to be 100 with him, and maybe his cousin, okay, he probably don't trust him 100%, right? I don't think that the people around him is going to take the L's that Juke had taken for him. So I don't necessarily think that he's that happy. You're affiliated with taking out another. Hey, shit. Your name is affiliated with taking out your competition, taking out another Memphis rapper, ending this man's life for no reason. I think any decent person can't have any respect for a human being like Yo Gotti. Yeah, I think that he got that big credit line, and so they have an interest in him. They need for him to get a lot of that money back, which is why he about to work Glorilla to death. And I like Glorilla. I want to see her do well and all of that, but he just does not look happy to me. Okay. He don't look happy to me. I believe that if he had to do things all over again, I don't think Yo Gotti thought that he would take the losses that he's taken, and his reputation would be as muddied as it is. Hey, at the core of it, most men believe that had Young Dolph killed um, because of a girl at the core of it. And I think a lot of men at the core of it, whether they say it, I won't say it in public, but a lot of men don't respect that. Okay. And in the process of it, unfortunately, his brother, I don't know what happened with Juke. Okay. I really don't, because Juke was out in the street and all of that. So I can't even say what happened to him was affiliated to what happened to Young Dog. But when I see Yo Gotti, he always looked worried to me. Okay. I don't believe that he thinks that he is the biggest. I think that paranoid spirit is probably even more paranoid, because remember he was saying that he was scared to go into his house, and um all of those things. Okay. He was scared to go into his home, and he was scared of his security. He was scared of his dogs. He was scared of his shadow. All of that. Okay. E23 says, I ride with Glow, but her wave about to fade. If she don't come with back-to-back platinum lows, Gotti's about to be in debt. Yeah, he probably already is. Because you have to understand, like, Glorilla, even though she's popular, they put a lot of money, they spend millions to make her popular. As far as like keeping her out there, that takes millions of dollars. So how much are they really what's the word that I'm looking for, what kind of profit are they really making, right? um Moneybag Yo is not as popular as he used to be. Okay. I think that they did a piss poor job with him. Moneybag is talented, but you would think that Moneybag would have been have crossed over. Okay, I guess that is what he tried to do, and it didn't work out. But he was talented enough to cross over, but for some reason it didn't happen. He's still popular in, I would say, every hood. but he's still, I don't think that he's just really, really crossed over. Okay. We don't see him in movies. We don't see that. Okay. We don't see him really being mainstream. So I don't think that they did a good job with that because they had a product that they could have really made. Because they look at them as products, right? Mainstream, and that did not happen. Maybe they could have if they had not been spending so much time trying to find hitmen to take out Dolph, right? That would have been a good project right there, right? That would have been a good project to be working on Moneybag Yo. They could have already had him mainstream, right? By the time that they got Glorilla, because they still probably could have got Glorilla if Young Dolph was alive, right? Nobody would have been mad about that. Okay. Just like ain't nobody mad now. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. But like I said, I had been intending to do this when I was looking at something Yo Gotti was on. So Lord have mercy. Yo Gotti looked like he worried and stressed out. Okay. I wouldn't want to be him. I like being stress free. Because what good is having money if you worried all the time? You worried about the mistakes you made, the calls you made. You have to look at your brother's kids, um, and all of that. I'm sure just that is about the worry and the death. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Hold on, y'all. I get so damn mad when I can't find what I'm looking for. Okay, we got it together. We got it. Thank you, Mildred. Thank you for coming in. So, like I said, that's one of my favorite quotes. What good is it for a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? And so, it's so unfortunate when I see some of these older men that's still willing to do anything for some money. If they all they need is the opportunity. You know, all they need is the opportunity. That totally soulless. I watch people and I kind of can size them up pretty good. And I could tell when a person ain't got no soul. Still willing to do anything for some money. Um, hey, that's what I was saying the other day. When you don't have any limits to what you'll do for some money, that's a scary person right there because they'll take out their own mama, their own family members, kids and all. Okay. If they think it's gonna put some money in their pocket, that's a poor excuse for um, an individual that's walking around because I don't really know if it's human. Okay. But unfortunately, that's how some people are, and so they don't care. They'll do anything. Especially what I see now is though people kind of seek out weak-minded individuals to put them on missions. I think well we would know that is what happened in Young Dolph's case, because hey, when you're validated as a person, as a human being, even if you're young, because you're a damn fool if you're doing it when you're old. You're an old fool. Um, people ought to have you fucked up if they come to you talking about paying you to go and do a hit. If they come to you talking about uh I can help you out if y'all can go take this person out. A person ought to have you fucked up if they come to you like that. That means they think nothing of you. They think nothing of you. So you ought to be insulted. You know what I mean? You want me to go and put my life, my family life in danger to take out your enemy? I got a product right here. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So, um, Mildred said, Don't get a notice. Just keep looking. My notices is, oh, okay. Sometimes you have to, they say you have to make sure you click all, like notifications, click all. And that will make sure that you get all of my notices. If you all haven't clicked all on your notifications, please do click all, okay? Um, but he looks bothered to me. He do. I mean, I, I, he don't really look like, regardless to what it seems, because people turn on them cameras and they um they turn on them cameras and they smile for a second or two or three, okay, and then that's what we see what they post, and then um hey, those be the ones that's going through hell, okay. Me myself, like I said, I told y'all I keep my camera off, but I told y'all I was going through hell at one time. I was going through hell because I was definitely messed up in a depression about my dad's death. But well, hey, but y'all know what I'm sure happened now. Okay. I'm happy and I loves the Lord. Okay. And that's that God's joy. I ain't looking over my shoulders. Hey, I ain't rich, but I sure am happy, okay? And so I think it's really sad. I think Yo Gotti sometimes, I don't know, when you go back and look at some of the things, how he put, what's up, the godmother, how he put a battery in some of these people's backs. When you go back and look at the beginning, okay, it started with when they signed Black Youngster, okay? They signed Black Youngster because they know instead of them making him, they could have put him in movies. Black Youngster is naturally funny, okay, but instead they had other things in mind, right? So I go back and I look at all that, hey, even when you want to feel sorry for people, because I'm tenderhearted, I realize that this is something that he has. Um, this is something that he's had in mind for years and years and years. Um, hey, get back, get for years and years and years, okay, and for a few years, and what he did was he kind of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Um, he kind of prepped the people around him that he felt like had weaker minds, okay, and he prepped them, and the only reason why that young Dolph was not killed then, it was because he didn't die. Because they was trying, they shot him, they did everything they could to kill him, he just didn't die. Unfortunately, this time when he went out, and they said the enemy goes seeking whoever he can devour, right? They went out seeking, and they was able to seek out some people who had put money in a place that they should have had God, right? They put money, jealousy, greed, and hate in a place that they should have had God. Okay. And they were able to get them to go in and come in and plot and plan to take this man's life, right? So I'm a true believer, and you have to reap what you sow. Okay. I know you have to reap what you sow. I know you have to reap what you sow. And one of my favorite scriptures is, and I'm paraphrasing it. God says, when I get them back for what they did, you're going to see me get them back. He says, when I repay them, you will witness it. Okay. And so I know a lot of times it seems like a person is going higher. It's like, dog, they're so evil. How? But God has to put them in a position to show the world, where the world is looking at them, to show them that I am the only true living God. Because even if you kill the body, you sure can't kill the soul. And so what they did was they helped him. They made him immortal, and they helped him to ascend to another dimension. Why do you all think that all of these cases, or some of these cases, are still open where these people um, was killed, like Jeremiah Taylor? Because after they killed him, sometimes when people do stuff that they know is wrong, they don't want to have to deal with it. If they just stop talking about it, they got themselves caught up in a whole lot of shit. And that's why I don't say nothing. I got my window seat. Okay, I'm just looking. I got my window seat because this next phase is gonna be real vicious. Okay. Hey. So, I don't even have to say nothing because I know God has His people everywhere. Okay, God has His people everywhere. And so what they did was, when people do wrong, they know when they're wrong, and so they don't want to hear about it. Okay. Um, I used to work with this. I know you all remember. I used to work for this person, okay, and um, she was very popular around Memphis, okay, and I worked right. You gonna close your mouth, and so she would do stuff, move. She would do stuff, and she knew it was wrong, right? I've never been a yes person. And so when she knew it was wrong, it would bother her conscience. And so I think she liked me, but she couldn't stand me because she would fire people, and she would fire them. And then she wanted everybody around her because she had appointed them. You know, when you are appointed, you up under that pen. You work at the will of the elected official. And so people wouldn't say anything, but they would just be agreeable. I can't stand no damn agreeable ass motherfucker. Okay, and especially when people are wrong. And so when she would look at me, what? Why are you looking like that? And I would tell her that wasn't right. It wasn't right. I don't think you should have did that. And people would be looking at me like, I can't believe that she disagreed. Why else would I have been there? When I was working with the police chiefs, I understood God had put me in a position not to sleep with them, not to for them to feel on me. They always were very respectful of me. God had put me next to, as they would say in the Bible, next to the king, so that to listen and to see and to be able to give a good word. Because as I always said, it's lonely at the top. And so I think oftentimes the mistakes that women make when God positions them next to powerful men, they think about greed. Okay, because if you just respect yourself, they'll help you out anyways. Okay, and so when they would come in there and their lieutenants and stuff, I told y'all about. I remember a time, I never forget this. They was getting ready to fire a whole class. They had just went through the academy and they was getting ready to fire a whole class because the FTO officers were saying that they just were not catching on. Well, I have been listening to some of the male officers talking about how some of the female officers and stuff had issues with some of these young girls that had just came from out of the academy. They was built nice. They had apple bottoms in their uniforms, and they had been exercising, so they was built nicely. Okay. And so in it, y'all know men go crazy over something new. I don't mean no harm, men. I love y'all, but y'all know a lot of these men don't like nothing better than a new woman. Okay. And so they had a lot of new young girls walking around. And a lot of those women that were FTO officers, they didn't like that, right? So they wanted to, they're not catching on. They're not this. Well, I understand with the top person, the chief, they listen to, they got their lieutenants and captains and stuff in positions so that they can report back to them. So that's why when I say, when people give Chief Davis a hard time, Chief Davis is not out with boots on the ground. You have about 3-4 ranks to go before you even get to Chief Davis, and these people are in position. She's supposed to be able to trust them to bring her back the right information, okay? Because you got the rank of the sergeant, which will be the first line supervisor. The sergeant answers to the lieutenant answers to, I don't know if they still got the rank of captain. I think that rank is gone. The lieutenant answers to the major answers to the, it used to be inspector, now it's colonel, and then the colonel answers to the chief, and the chief answers to the police director, which would be, y'all see how many ranks you have to go to? So by the time she gets something, it's been changed all the way up 5-6 times, right? So they got ready to fire a class, and I was listening to at the time the lieutenant who was over there come there, Chief, they're saying the class is just not getting it. Y'all don't make me go back Clementine on her, because I was getting ready to call her all types of big wig bitches, okay? I ain't gonna do it tonight though, okay? God gonna hold my tongue. And so, anyways, Chief, they're saying that they're just not getting it. The FTO officers are not training. They said they did. The FTO officer said they're just not getting it. So he was like, well, it's over there, probationary period. He said, what do you recommend? I recommend that you just fire the whole class. He said, have you talked with the other higher ranking staff? They're all in agreement. I said, this big wig bitch. So I said, how in the world these new people, this whole class, they just spent all this money on this class, they're going to come in here and the FTO officers are saying that they're not getting it. Everybody, they're going to find everybody. Post the positions again for people to apply, and probably hope to get all men, right? So I guess so they can have somebody to go with, okay? And so, anyways, I remember seeing, so I remember the meeting was at 1:00. So they were supposed to have a meeting at 1:00. So they were supposed to have a meeting at 1. I remember I was in the cafeteria, and one of those new officers had walked in, and I said, are you one of the new officers? He said, yes, ma'am. I said, do you all have a meeting at 1:00? He said, yes, ma'am. I said, come here, let me tell you something. I said, when you all have that meeting, I want you to go to your, I want you to get your whole class together and don't tell nobody, okay? I said, I want you to, when they ask you all, have the FTO officers, are they teaching you all right? I said, I want you to say, I said, this is what I want you to tell your class, that you all say to the head chief, because he's going to be in there, because that's who I had worked for, the head chief. I said, I want you to tell your class that the FTO officers are training you differently than you learned in the academy. The academy taught you one way. The FTO officers, now that you're out here in the field, they're teaching you another way, and they got y'all confused. They are not teaching you how they taught you at the academy. They're trying to give you shortcuts, and it's got you confused. I said, do you understand me? He said, yes, ma'am. So I remember they had that meeting at 1:00, and the chief came. I said, Chief, do you want me to go in that meeting with you to take notes? You want me? Yeah, come on, Miss Thompson. I said, okay. I went in there to take notes, and I remember when they got in there, that young man that I had spoken to in the cafeteria, he said exactly what I said to say, and his class agreed with him. And the chief said, now, wait a minute. He said, now, how do you all expect this class to learn anything if they're learning, we teaching them about a book at the academy, but when they get out here in the field, y'all trying to give them shortcuts, and y'all are confusing the recruits. He says, I'm not getting ready to fire this class. He says, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend their probationary period for 6 months. And I want y'all to train them right. And when I come back in here in 6 months, we have a meeting. I'm going to make sure that you're training them the way they was trained at the academy. That's what you're supposed to do when God put you next to the damn king. You supposed to be there to help the people. Okay, that's why I don't get it's defamation of character when people get to calling you whores. But especially when they don't know you, it's definitely defamation of character and harassment. Okay, but I know what I have been when God has put me next to powerful people. Okay, and that is to help the people. That's the reason why I turn my nose up at folks when they get into cliques and they get into and they got a seat at the table and they don't speak up. It's about me, myself, and I. They become agreeable. Now you're a part of the damn problem. Okay, that's why I've always went and got training and certifications and all of that, so that when something didn't work out, I could tell somebody to kiss my ass real quick. Okay, because I got skills and everything. Okay, I could do that because I don't believe in selling my soul. Okay, it just so happens that God has fixed it where I'm just so blessed and happy. Okay, He'll do it for you, but it's because I've always had the right type of heart. And I think it's a damn shame when people want to mess up other people's lives. I'm getting back to that. Mess up other people's lives, right? The way that they messed up young dogs' families' life for some money. Instead of when they fast talkers, why don't you get your ass out there and start a business? If you got a product, if you got a damn artist, instead of ruining somebody else's life, you can't build nothing you can't build nothing off the back of somebody else. You shop that artist around. You don't put him in a line of fire. If he's got that type of talent, a lot of these damn men got kids the exact same age as some of these little crash out dudes that they crashing out. They wrong. Okay? And it's something wrong when a person is desperate to try and tear down another person, to try and destroy their lives. It is something wrong. Okay? It's something wrong with that. Okay? And so that's why I say, Yo Gotti, he don't look happy to me. He looks worried. He better be if he ain't. If I was him, I'd be worried too, because I think they want him. And they're gonna knock down anything that try to stand in the way of them getting it. That's the reason why they better haul ass. Govan better get his life right. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I know he looks at my show. You better get your life right, Govan. Because you ain't in the clear. Okay? You're not. They're gonna knock down anything they need to get to him because he's the money, okay? And we know that. All right. And people ask me all the time, you scared of Govan? Govan can't do nothing but respect me. Shit, I probably come to him straighter than some of them folks around him. How you gonna dislike a person when you already know where they coming from? I don't beat around no bushes in what I say. Okay? I don't kiss no ass. I don't beat around no bush. You're gonna know where I'm coming from, and I ain't gonna say nothing wrong. Okay? I hope he let the Lord use him. Okay? I hope he lets the Lord use him. Okay? Anyways, y'all. What's up, the godmother? Other Black Barber says you see them bags on the eyes on the video that I sent you with that up with glow. That's why that's what I was looking at. That's why I know that man is not happy. You can't be happy when you know you have been part of orchestrating the demise of another man that's really he's supposed to be here. It would have been one thing if that man had passed away in a car wreck or a sickness or something like that, but these folks interrupted that man's life strictly because of jealousy. And as a Memphian, hey, I ain't I'm not okay with it. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it. Okay, I would never. It's wrong on so many levels, all the way across the board. They wrong all the way across the board. That's what my dad used to say. They wrong all the way across the board. And then he used to say, "Who gonna listen to you when you're wrong? Especially when you stand on the side of what's right." Okay. Hey, Sherry. So I tell you, hold on, let me respond to this text message. Y'all hit the like button, okay? Yeah, hit the like button as I respond to this text message, okay? This person texts me. Or did they? Oh, here it is right here. Yeah, hit the like button. Says Clarify said Project Pat didn't say 1,000 of people that lives at 901 day when he said a prayer. He said he didn't save them or he did save them. I like what Project Pat is doing. I wish him all the best I wish all the best to the brother. I do. I think Project Pat and them father was a minister. So I mean that's their foundation. You know what I mean? At the core of him and Juicy, whatever they've been into in the past, at the core, they got a foundation built on Christian values. So when people revert back to that, that's the reason why, have y'all ever heard they say that, PK kids are the worst, like preachers' kids are the worst. And oftentimes you see a lot of them, they go wayward and they get on drugs and all of that because they've lived sheltered lives. And then out of nowhere, after they've been on drugs for like years, one day they just walk into their daddy's church off of the street and just walk back into the church and get back into church again. Because at the core, and that's what I talk about, it's good to build a foundation. That's what we have to do as it relates to our kids. I'm not saying that if you build that foundation, they're not going to go wayward, okay? But oftentimes when you build a solid foundation based on some type of good values, it's always on the inside of them, even if they go wayward. And more than often, when they get tired, they revert back. They find their way back to that because it's on the inside of them. The problem is, a lot of people ain't building no values on the inside of their children anymore. So they don't know anything about a good foundation, about good values, about respect, because they ain't never been taught that, unfortunately. So, yeah. I also want to talk about, you guys, Trump. Trump has started a task force in Memphis. Okay? Y'all, let's look at it.
Hey. MSD is the way to go. Call 683-7000. Beautiful face. He's a total killer. I don't know how you do it, huh? Looks a great job. Everybody here is showing a picture. All right, here we go.
Well, he done signed off, y'all.
And with the stroke of a pen, the president signing the executive order to send the National Guard to Memphis. You see, they're holding that proclamation.
There it is, right there.
Tennessee
the Republicans
Senator
happy.
Marsha Blackburn and Bill Hagerty, just to my right, their left. Governor Bill Lee. The governor has said he's been working closely with the president to make this happen. You see, this is a news conference coming to you from the Oval Office, live with President's cabinet, including his Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth. You also have his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, FBI Director Kash Patel, and many others. But the big news here today, the president officially signing that executive order to send the National Guard to Memphis. The president, in the meantime, has said he's setting up that joint task force in motion to address crime here in Memphis. And in addition to the FBI, U.S. Marshals, and other federal agencies, the National Guard is now gearing up to make the city safer.
Hey, people are saying that, National Guard is going to cause a lot of inconvenience because they do roadblocks and make sure you get licensed in your cars. And they like to steal cars in Memphis. They're gonna make sure the cars and stuff are not stolen and all of that. So, a lot of people saying that the National Guard is getting ready to inconvenience their kids, okay? Because they want them to be able to steal them cars and stuff and ride around and act a fool without a problem. So I don't know what to tell them though, Anyways, Cypress TV chat time finance, man, I was so mad. A lot of people feel differently. A lot of folks don't want the National Guard. Hey, listen, I'd rather see the guard out there than to see the hearse. The hearse. That's what it's called, right? The hearse. Y'all know the car that the dead people be in? Is it Hershey or Hershey? Yeah, I be forgetting. Is it Hershey or Hershey? Is it Hershey's? I'm going to think about the candy bar. Hershey. Now y'all know I got y'all know my mind I forget stuff, y'all. Y'all, what is it that the dead people be pushing the dead people in? Is it a hearse or a Hershey? Y'all help me out. Okay, Hershey, that's a Hershey bar. That's a chocolate bar. Hearse. Okay, so the hearse. Y'all know the hearse. Okay. Y'all know how your brain and stuff be going blank sometimes. That's what happened. I was thinking about a Hershey bar. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Hey, Alabama hitter. The Black Barbie, Chocolate, Cypress. Anyways, y'all. I'm going to get some of y'all to come up here and tell me what y'all think about the National Guard coming up. Hold on one second. I'm going to send some of y'all the link. Be quiet, please. Hush, girl. Y'all hold on. Hitter, I don't know if you're at work right now. Talking about the National Guard. If y'all want to come up. So, what do you all think about the National Guard coming to Memphis? Like, me, myself, it's been so much crime. Like, I feel like anything beats consistently seeing these, black men kill each other. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Okay, here it says he's still at work. Benice, I sent it to you. Send them. Usual all for it. Lalo says he's all for it. I am too, Lalo. I ain't gonna tell no stories. I'm all for it. I thought they're going to have the same energy as they have for spending on their own. Yeah, because they're sitting up talking about, the YN's gonna take over the military and um the National Guard. I think these parents better try and put something in their kids' heads, because that's absolutely ludicrous to even think that way. That's not gonna happen. And there definitely gonna be repercussions for them trying. So I think that they should have a sit down. These mothers and fathers should have a sit down with their children, their young kids, their young men, even if they're in their 20s, and let them know. Cause see, a lot of these folks that be on drugs, they ain't no damn fools. Okay, that you don't never see them get crazy enough to go jump out that Memphis bridge, that West Memphis bridge. Um, if you gave them some drugs, okay, and took them, they're not gonna jump off of it. Okay. What's up, the godmother?
What's up, bestie? How you doing?
I'm doing good. What you think about the National Guard?
It's well needed. So you can
Mm-hmm.
look forward to a lot of black parents out here crying, talking about their kids were good kids and they didn't deserve this and they didn't deserve that. Oh yeah, it's going down. I seen a post on Facebook today they made and said, baby, you better get your kids, cause baby, it's going down. And that's for real,
Mm-hmm.
for real. If you got kids you can't control and you can't do no with, you might well go and hand them over. Some you should do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I fought the city because we don't have juvenile court no more. You remember they started at one point in time. You send your child to juvenile, you had to pay for it. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like this shit is on the city. We got some dumbass people in office. That's why I don't never go vote, y'all. I'm just keep that shit 100. I wouldn't vote for damn person they got in office. Not even the mayor they got now. And they say he own the church. I don't know, but guess what, baby? You ain't doing shit for the city of Memphis.
Well, I think he trying. He got to. He
I,
got
I,
to. I think he got to try to fix what
Chris
was. He
said
got to try to.
he ain't trying hard enough. We got motherfucking streets with bad ass potholes that been here for about 5 years, but we can't get y'all to go blacktop nothing but the white folks area. Make it make sense.
Hmm. Well, I
I
see where
wouldn't even.
I see where they out in East Memphis they putting um the holes that was in those streets, they filling them up.
But guess what though? It ain't just them out there in East Memphis, baby. This shit is all over. Y'all need some real. I don't just like you can call the National Guard here, call some motherfuckers to come and help y'all fix these roads. We tearing our cars up and to spend more money to get them fixed, baby. I need some help. I wouldn't even drive my car in the city of Memphis. I try to catch a ride, and I got a car.
I tell you, Chocolate says I didn't vote for him. I voted for Harrington. Well, I liked him and Harrington both. I did. I liked him at Harrington Ball.
I ain't like Harrington either because he was stealing all the money. He tried to do a little something he did just enough to cover up what he was doing, but I ain't like him neither.
Hey, Pumpkin Pooh.
He was in the Memphis City School before that shit got sold to the before they sold their
There's something
charter
going
over
on with
to
the school. His girlfriend stole some. What was her name? Dr.
a
Something.
girl. Stole all the money, baby. I stole all the money. I don't fuck with him. Cause just like she was stealing money, she gave him a portion too. You know what I'm saying? You got to break bread or play dead.
She was over there at Corey when y'all was going to Corey.
Yeah.
What
The
was
over
her
there with the
name?
over there with the principal, Miss Kelly, couldn't stand me. She called my mama every day. You remember Miss Kelly? I couldn't stand
Was
her.
that his girlfriend's name that stole the money?
No, I don't know what his girlfriend name was, but I was up under her working for Memphis City School when she stole all that money. That's how we end up on losing our fucking job. I had worked for Memphis City School over 15 years. I started out as a 3-hour cook. I moved all the way up to a cafeteria manager. I moved from the kitchen working 3 hours. I went to maintenance, came back to the kitchen. I'm talking about, baby, please. I don't trust none of them.
So what you think going on in our city? What do you think it's gonna take? Why does
What's
it seem like it's just a dark cloud over our city?
what's up, Child Time Finance? Because we got a lot of young parents that don't know how to um discipline their kids. We got a lot of parents out here that don't pay attention to their kids. It's like, the generations change. The every year the kids get worse. The millennium kids, you know what I'm saying? The kids that were born in the 2000. The kids get worse as we have them because of the shit they putting in the mirror. That's why y'all need to start smoking and taking all these drugs so you can breastfeed.
Yeah, breastfeeding is good. You got to stop smoking and taking drugs and drinking now.
Yeah, yeah, you got to eat healthy in order to breastfeed. But yeah, I just feel like the parents, a lot of it is on the parents. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They trying to be their kids' friend. You got to change with the millennium, but I still need to let you know that I'll put my foot in your motherfucking ass if you get wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I understand times have changed, and I pay attention to my child. That's why told Cypress last time. I go through my child's phone, his PlayStation 5 he got. I go through the messages on that motherfucker. You playing with some ruthless ass kids out of town that's talking about killing their mama. Babe, I'm gonna need you to tell him you can't play with him no more. I don't give a fuck what. He giving
Mm.
you some bad thoughts, some bad ideas. And I'm gonna tell you a lot of it come from this Facebook, the internet, you know what I'm saying? Our kids ain't ready for that. And these kids starting to get phones at the age of 5. I even seen a little baby with a phone can operate that motherfucker better than I can.
Mm-hmm.
We don't teach our kids no more. They throw a tablet and give them some damn noodles and call it a day. They letting the
Mm-hmm.
phone raise these kids, the internet. That's why so many young girls getting taken because they looking for some shit that ain't there because your household ain't straight. Don't
I
get me
agree.
wrong, we all get some fucked up ass niggas, but that don't mean you need a nigga to raise your kid.
Right.
I got some rough kids. You know what I'm saying? Well, one of them anyway. I worry about her all the time. And my oldest, Brianna, because baby, she just like her daddy from the God. And she ain't gonna play. She won't let nothing slide. So I worry about her a lot, but I know the time that she living in and I know how I raised her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't be no shit starter. But if some shit come to you, you better handle your business.
I tell you. Hmm.
My other two, I don't have to worry about them. You know what I'm saying? They copacetic. My kids don't like to run the streets. They don't like to hang out in crowds. They don't like to go to clubs. And now, don't get me wrong, Perion, Bernicia, all them are gang up and go to a club. They have been to a club, but there's something on a regular, and they know shit jump out, pop out. Nah, my kids ain't with it. And my kids grew up in the projects, but they ain't with it. They was the only kids in the project that went to Walt Disney World. I gave them a different life. This ain't the life that y'all want. This is the life that you want.
Mm-hmm. I tell you.
You got a lot of kids that at home with their parents being molested by the boyfriend, by their father. But you know what I'm saying? Baby, y'all didn't evaluate that y'all had some sick ass, gay ass niggas from the start. I mean, it ain't y'all fault, but it's not what you do, is how you deal with it. Cause baby, I
Mm.
would have been cut y'all. Baby, I don't know what child you talking about. I ain't even got no child, baby.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
M. Rose, how you doing, Miss Rose?
I don't see Emerald. Oh, there she go, Emerald.
Yeah,
Well,
M.
I'm gonna tell you.
Rose.
I'm gonna tell you something too. And then too, there are a lot of good fathers, but those that are not in their kids' lives, they need to be.
Said it is a whole. I think it's more worse father than it is good father. You got men that will go get with another woman. This woman so jealous, she don't want you to deal with your other child. Hey, look, let me tell you something. If I got a nigga and he ain't taking care of his kids, how the fuck I'm gonna look for him to take care of mine? What man can take care of somebody else's kids, but you ain't taking care of your own? The shit is
Mhm.
not a good look.
Right.
You got so many kids now that they fathers are so much of whores. They like young girls. They looking at kids like they motherfucking children. That will make them try their children.
Mm.
It's sick. So you
Yeah,
got you got to really know what you're dealing with out here.
I tell you.
Yep,
And then the
I'm
mindset,
mine.
like I said, the mindset too. Like it seemed like in our city, there is like I don't know, like a spirit of, but it's been like this for a long time. Like that spirit of jealousy that lingers over our city. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get it. Where
Yeah, let me
people,
tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. When I seen this shit on Facebook, y'all, and I seen it happen, and when I seen the outcome, cause y'all know my baby dad that's locked up. My first kids baby dad that I got my 3 kids back, he locked up. And shout out to my baby dad, Preston Mitchell from the God. I put a girl, I put a comment on there, even though I can't stand my baby daddy, but at the end of the day, I still got love for him because of his kids. I know his children don't want nothing to happen to him, and I don't need him. But he was down there, he out there in that jail where they jumped on that boy in jail. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something real top business. If you in jail, jail is just like I don't know what to call it because it ain't like the outside civilization. It's like a whole nother world when you in jail. You understand what I'm saying? It's like
mm-hmm,
a whole nother world. My baby daddy was just with the nigga from Claiborne Home that he grew up with, Red, and he sent some niggas out to jump on this young boy from Claiborne Home. He from Claiborne Home. He a young nigga. And they post this shit on Facebook. They beat them, jump on them so bad. Now, this type of shit they posting on Facebook from jail. They
mm,
beat them so bad, but you didn't know that. Well, they knew. I believe, I don't know if Red knew or not, but however, if he knew that that boy belonged to one of the head dude from Claiborne Home, which is Diddy
mm-hmm.
Mo. I'm calling names, baby. I ain't scared you hear.
Right.
So, Diddy Mo's son, he in jail. They jumped on him so bad, like about 4, 5 niggas jumped on him. They beat him, jumped on him. Turn around, the same nigga that sent these guys out to jump on him, a nigga from the streets. He out here on the streets. Sent that motherfucking hit, baby. Tell me why the nigga was stabbed in the neck, in the back, by the same motherfuckers that jumped on his son.
Mm.
We living in our last day. Motherfuckers better stop playing. This shit is real out here. This shit is real out here. Just like in jail, this shit happening on the streets. Motherfucker don't like how you move. They don't like the things you say, the things you do. Like a nigga get mad when you call him a bitch. Baby, I'm
Hold on
on the
one
cop.
second. Why ZK? Has somebody hacked ZK phone? Because it says that Messages are being deleted. It's saying this. Has somebody hacked ZK's thing?
It said his message being deleted.
Yeah, because somebody is deleting positive vibe messages. And I don't think ZK is deleting all of her messages. All the positive vibes messages are being deleted.
Yeah, what's up, positive vibes? Yeah, tell now need to do that, baby. We need to check into that. Y'all stop fucking with my best page because y'all some haters. My best, the way you move and the things you do got people hating you for real, for real. The things that you say, they might not like what you say, they might not like what you do, but they hate you. And you better believe a motherfucker might be watching you at all time. That's why you got to stay alert. We going back to the gun range because I'm gonna have to show you how to get some headshot.
Right. 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 It's always good to stay. It's always good to stay up on their range. I'm telling you.
Yeah, for real, for real. For real, for real. We gotta get headshots out here because baby, I'm trying to make sure I'm trying to make sure they put a rest of peace in front of your bathroom with me. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was kind of messed up, you know what I'm saying? Because the dude that son of hit on the dude in jail, you just got out of jail. Why what makes you think that they ain't gonna tie that back to you? Or, I just don't understand what people be thinking. You got a chance to show your son something different. I understand you hate that he got jumped, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, it was so frustrating to you son the same niggas that beat your son up to stab him in his neck and his back.
Mm, mm, mm.
And both of
She
them from
said she has.
Claymore.
Yeah, I do. I have my licenses. I do. I have to make sure. I think even more so now. You know what I mean? Because you don't ever know. It's so many people that hey, you be on your podcast doing your thing. Folks sitting up hating you for no reason. You don't even be knowing these people.
I'm just that's all I'm saying. You don't have to know nothing about them or nothing. And they just hate you because of the things that you say, the way that you move, the way that you look, the way you carry yourself, the way they can't be you. I got niggas out here hating on me that want to be me. Your mammy should have swallowed you, baby. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. Your mammy should have swallowed you. 72 likes and it's 126 in the chat. We need y'all to hit that like button, subscribe, share, tell a friend.
That's right. Like, share, and subscribe. But it's sad though. You say you got dudes. Hey, it's sad for a man to hate on a woman.
Yeah. To hate on a woman. And sometimes it be the man that you laying down with. I would have never thought that the nigga that I used to date, used to sleep with, that you hate me so bad that you want to be me, but you're a man and I'm a woman. What you want to be a woman? You
Mm-hmm.
can't move like I move. You can't do the things that I do. You don't have the education that I have, baby. For one, your
Mm-hmm.
comprehension your mind don't expand that far. You can't even comprehend.
I know that's right. But it's sad
And
though for a man to. And listen. And as long as it's not like a possessive thing, most men, if they with a woman, they go, baby, I don't want you to wear that. I don't want a man looking at all of my body parts. That's one thing. But when you have men competing with women and just straight up jealous of women, I don't get that. Most men don't, real men don't have time to be caught up in no mess, especially with no gossipy mess with no women. They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna be trying to send nobody out. They ain't gonna be caught up in none of that.
I met a dude, girl. I ain't gonna tell you, I went down there to see Selena's son and Johnny down there in Westwood. He didn't give me enough for my birthday, so I had to go recant on him. So he spent 2 hours with me, right?
Right.
He got a dude down there with him. He talking about he Israelite. He Israelite and he got 2 wives. But you comes and looking at me hard as a motherfucker though. I'm just saying, baby.
He want to make you number 3.
Baby, make it make sense because I can't be number 3. I got to be number 1 and only one. I'm just saying, what motherfucker would have the common sense to let you wife them not 1 time but 2 times? Nigga, you want when he say he want to come on my podcast one day. I'm gonna have him on my podcast. He a nice looking gentleman. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't seen better. Only thing I'm saying is, what is you doing so good to make a motherfucker want to wife you not 1 time but twice? Nigga, what? Cause your money ain't going that long. Cause you at a job. You at a 9 to 5. Make it make sense. The nigga said he got 2 wives. He got one to stay in Atlanta, and he got one to stay here. And then here go Aunt Jane. Man, let me go and shake your hand now because I just introduced you to the best thing in life. Now, he already got the best thing in his life. Them 2 wives he got. Because, baby, I don't play like shit.
Lord have mercy.
His income can't even span far enough talking about taking care of the 2 wives he got in me. And no, baby, it ain't gonna work. Because I don't settle for less. I'm gonna need you on point every motherfucking time I call. And I don't want to hear no. I want to hear, baby, I got you. I just cashed out you. The fuck?
I know that's right. Chattown finally says, I don't respect no boy that puts his hands on women. Men don't get down like that.
Well, baby, it's plenty of them out here, and they came from a woman, but they can't wait to put their hands on a woman, be disrespectful to a woman. I don't understand how women do it. My daddy, I never heard my daddy call my mama a bitch. I never heard him cuss my mama out. And I have seen my mom and daddy fight. I can't lie. But that's because my daddy like to get paid on Fridays. He come home, he take care of the bills. But then he want to go out on Friday, don't come home to Sunday. So yeah, my mama gonna whoop your ass, shoot at you some more shit. I experienced that at Clementine Creek. When we moved back there to the back, I hated that 4-bedroom when we moved out that second drive.
I hated that too.
Yeah, my mama shot at my dad and some more, baby. I'm standing on the porch. Like, damn. But
where the bullet go?
She in his car. He better be looking at the car. He better be looking at the car out there. So I don't know. I can't say
that's
what
when they made them cars real good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they had them old ass Plymouth back then. My mama didn't even like a motherfucker to sit on her car. She's go, she used to tell her, go out there and tell them to get up on my car. Mama, I don't want to go tell them to get up on nothing. That old ass, baby, a Plymouth, baby. It was a Plymouth. And you don't want them on your car?
Oh my God, they was talking about, they said that they gonna scratch my car.
Baby, my mama used to tell her go out there and tell them to get up off of it. Hey, look, baby, my mama said get up off of a car.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah, they was. I ain't lying, they was. But my daddy was a good provider. I can't even lie. My daddy.
What they gonna do with that land?
We should have bought it so we can open it up.
Mm-hmm.
They need to reconstruct.
They torn down. Remember that store? Like, I know, Ronzo's or whatever they call it, Drew. That store across the street torn down, in the front of those trailers.
But hold up. Think about the castle is a motorcycle club now.
The castle look nice.
It's a motorcycle club now. That man had that junk laid out. He had his whole house in the back of a crease. So like we had to go in there. He had his living room, his bedroom. He had a bathroom, the kitchen, everything back there. I didn't think all that was back there in that house.
Mm-hmm.
She said he had a whole house back there, but now it's a motorcycle club.
You talking about Mr. Tate had a house back there?
Mr. Tate had a house in the castle. That's
why
he never left.
I remember when I was a little girl, we used to go back there. His stuff was always old. We go back there and get that candy. Mr. Tate, Mr. Tate used to have that candy for his candy tastes different because it was expired. So we used to go back there and get patches. You know, his light bread and stuff was always expired. And I remember one time I saw a bed. I said, Mr. Tate, do you sleep in that bed? He didn't say nothing. I think he was living back there then.
Yeah, but he had it fixed up after they had him a whole house put inside the castle. The kitchen, the bathroom, a bedroom, living room. He had the back part fixed up like a house. And he used to come and bring his TV and chair so he can sit back there and have bulletproof glass off the top. Bulletproof glass going all the way around it. He had bulletproof glass.
They weren't gonna mess with him. I don't think they mess with that castle now.
I know it's a motorcycle club now, so it's reconstructed. It ain't like it was when we were going in there. It's reconstructed. It's a
Oh.
motorcycle club.
Mm. Mm. Oh, they said the city has plans for a retirement community for that land. I mean, why don't they just build up some better apartments? That right there, that hurts. I feel like crying. Why they gonna take Clementine and make it into a retirement community?
And they call themselves the bottom boys, baby. They was something serious though. But one thing about it, we had some freaking old ass niggas over there that preyed on us young kids. You remember Pig Me? I see him now, Crease,
He
on
living. I thought Pygmy killed himself.
Girl, Pig Me is not Girl Pig
Who
Me
was
ain't
that
dead.
that shot his sister and then took his own life?
Who that they were from Clementine?
Yeah, what was his name? He was a bad one too. Remember, he had those sisters. He thought he had taken his sister out, but then he turned around and killed himself.
I don't know who that was. Somebody dumb and young.
No,
Somebody
he was
dumb
always
young,
one
but
of the ones that was real bad over there. But
but
I didn't
Pig
know.
Me
You
be
know what? I wouldn't know what Pygmy looked like if I saw him.
baby. You couldn't miss that
Is he on
ugly ass face.
Facebook?
No, he ain't on Facebook. I seen him in person. He be over there on Riverside. He used to wash and detail cars. And I'm gonna tell you somewhere else he hang out. Right there where Church's Chicken at, down the street from Clementine, across
By
the street.
Norris?
Yeah, Norris, right there at that store, right there across the street. Not the gas station store, but that little store in the little across the street where they got the ice maker at. He be right there too.
He old now, so I wouldn't know him.
He old, still ugly girl.
I wonder whatever happened to Eudora.
Wait a minute, Chocolate said, Evan, did she know Choo Choo from the guy? Yeah, I know Choo Choo. Yep, I definitely do. Used to hang with my baby daddy. They used to shoot dice together.
Mm.
Every time my baby daddy get mad, when he loses money, want to say somebody cheating. Bring my baby, bring my boy. I'm not finna bring you nothing.
Mm.
Mhm.
She said where
As
Gandy's used to be.
as Choo Choo though, he know Preston Mitchell, baby mama. He gonna tell you, yeah, I know Nene. Everybody used to hang out at our house.
Vanessa,
I, I
then you used to live in PV. You lived in PV, didn't
yeah, man, yeah, Pussy Valley. I stayed in Pussy Valley too. Go say time now.
you? I was just trying to think, was that your first apartment? That was well, no, your first apartment was with Tony.
Yeah, my first apartment was Tony, but when I came back and started having kids, um, I was staying somewhere else before I moved into
She
Pussy
said he
Valley.
dead. She said you two dead.
Choo Choo been there.
Why you tell her to ask him if he knew you
No,
dead?
I'm saying she can ask any of his folks. She can ask any of his folks, and they know the whole Preston Mitchell family,
Mm-hmm.
his brother and sisters, because I think he got about two sisters.
What happened to him?
I think Choo Choo got shot.
Hmm. That's sad. I wonder whatever happened to that guy Mario that lived up under y'all. I know you remember him.
Mario Smith. I don't know about him, but I do know about Mario Harris.
Yeah, that was his name, Mario Smith. It's funny we haven't ran into him. He must not be in Memphis.
One of Choo friends just left from here. Shantae from the guy. Shantae just left about 15 minutes ago.
She said she had to transfer to Longview to break up with him. He found out, and told I better bring my ass back to Lincoln. He terrified me, my one and only baby boy, my one and
Oh,
only
baby, yeah.
bad boy.
When you fuck with a nigga from the garden, it's like you bonded for life. I got a baby daddy from the garden, Preston Mitchell. Yeah. When you fucking with a nigga from the garden, it's like you bonded for life, baby. You hear me? They don't let go.
Oh my goodness. She
Yeah,
said he
people
got
killed.
killed on
He
college in
got killed on
Macklemore.
college at Macklemore. Yeah, up there with um what's his name? Damn, stayed up there. What's his name? Stayed Big
They said
Dino.
anybody remember the Bone family? I think I can remember the Bone family.
Tony Bone. Tony, is he talking about Tony Bone?
I don't know. I don't know him. Where did they originate from? The Bone family.
I couldn't tell you. I'm trying to see if he talking about like Tony Bone, cause you know I know Tony Bone.
Hmm. I think I can remember them saying something. Was the Bone family, was that their last name? Or was that the name of some type of like gang or something? Thomas said I used to stay on Wall Street.
On Wild Street, what is it? Over there by the guy.
Mm. I
I'm
don't
trying to
know.
think of what Wild's it. I know they had to drive. Porter Street was always live. Porter Street was the livest motherfucker in the God. Everybody hung out on Porter Street. We had the arcade room where they had the video games. Oh yeah, we were live and back in the garden. The garden had the works. We had the Clemens store down at the other corner where Miss Renee cooked the good ass food at down there by the boys and girls spot they got now. Oh yeah, the garden was on lock. Train had their own little club. G Train. He had their own little club over there in the area, right up under the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I told you Nick ran with Train. That was one of Train right hand man, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he crazy like he is now.
Hmm.
Yeah, just
What
like
happened? What
mom.
happened? What happened to G Train?
G Train died. Yeah, they said the police killed him though.
Oh.
They tried to put it on GD. Because
Mm.
the head GD dude had got killed. What's his name was Google baby, or his name was Google or something like that, or Google baby. He got killed. But then
Hmm.
later on down the road, they killed Train. Train was so motherfucking high crease that this nigga used to go to the store. I don't give a fuck if it was the gas station and close the whole motherfucking store down.
By doing what?
Shit, tell they motherfucking ass to close. Wasn't nobody allowed in that motherfucker but LMG.
Mm.
He went to the jewelry store and did that shit several times when trying was hard as a motherfucker. They tried to say GD came and killed him, but really actually they said it was the police because he was moving like uncontrollably. Like it ain't
I was
no.
gonna say if people feared him, then it could have been
Yeah.
anybody. It could
He
have been
didn't care
anybody.
about no type of fucking authority. He didn't care about no type of fucking authority. The nigga was hard as a motherfucker. I
Mm.
gotta give him to him. Rest his soul. But that shit got him killed though.
Mm-hmm.
When a motherfucker fear you, they will kill you.
I was gonna say when they fear you, they'll kill you.
He said it's Google.
Whether they fear you physically, or they fear your success. They envy you. All of that goes together. They'll
Hell
take they
yeah.
can't take it.
Hey, hey, but let me tell you something. He said it was Google. Yeah, it was Google. When they shot that boy mine, that mine tried to get up under his car creasy and try to keep them from, shooting, killing him, girl. They got
Who,
all up
Google?
under the they got all up under the car and shot this nigga, baby. They had to make sure this nigga was dead. Train wasn't playing. You heard me?
Who is Google?
Google was the head GD nigga back in the day.
Oh, okay. I
He
see.
was the head GD nigga. That's how my little cousin made them front page news. Him and about two more motherfucking niggas. That's what he did. Went to jail for and did all that time for a crazy ass black Nick.
Hmm.
That's why his mind throwed off. He just like my cousin Mark. Mark started out as a pimp. Mark started out as a pimp. You know Mark was a pimp.
I never knew him to be one.
Mark was a pimp.
Vanessa, how
Mark
Fitzgerald doing?
the same thing. Trying to be a pimp right now.
Fitzgerald, I never knew him to try to be. I thought that he was always the one that had himself together.
Girl, no, 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 ma'am. They wanted to look like that. His mammy and his daddy sheltered him. I ain't died then, and he trying to be a pimp right now to this day. He got a bitch with I don't know how many kids. But you trying to make her be your hoe. How you gonna have baby by a motherfucker that you trying to put on the street? Make it make sense. They let you know his mind in the span that far as something y'all miss.
Hmm. So, Vanessa, let me ask you something. What is it going to take? What has to happen? Like, do you think that the adults are doing? Do you think is that like a lot of the adults is the reason that a lot of these young dudes are like they are?
Yeah, because they don't have no drive. They don't have no understanding. They thinking it's okay to do the things that they do because they not, you know what I'm saying? Back in our time, Creasy, it was easy to do some shit and get away with it, but the crime wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't excruciating as it is now. Motherfuckers want to steal your car. Motherfuckers want to kill you because they call you a bitch. I mean, it's just so many things that trigger people nowadays to make them want to jump off and do the dumbass shit that they do. It just it ain't gonna get no better. It's gonna get worse before it get better.
Mm-hmm.
And when it get better, that's because everybody gonna come together as one and stick together and come together and know that, hey, look, my child is out of control. Let me get some help. It take a village to raise a child, especially
It
when you
do.
ain't got no father figure there.
Yes, it do. It takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah, especially when you ain't got no support, no help. You remember back in the day how we if we did something and my mama caught us and we did something wrong, she would whoop me and you both. And your
Mm-hmm.
mama then wouldn't have no problem with that.
No,
But
they
now
didn't.
you can't. But now you can't do that. You got so many ignorant parents. Bitch, you put your hand on my child. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, I'm fit to put hands on you next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people don't want you. They don't even want you correcting their kids. They don't want you correcting
Yeah.
them. That's sad.
Look
You
like
can
that.
see them doing wrong, and they don't want. They'll get mad at you, even though their kids are
Yeah.
doing wrong. That you trying to correct them.
The directly behind that box. Yeah. No, 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 no. That ain't it. Give me the one she had first. That little cheap one up there. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I be checking my baby. My baby came home today talking about some little girl that he like, but he 15, and it's nothing wrong with you liking girls. That's what you're supposed to do. But when you got two other little boys that's talking against him, trying to go against his character, telling the little girl shit about him, what do you know to tell this little girl about my baby? Because you don't even know him. But I try to teach him and train him. Whatever the little girl come back and tell you that they said, you don't go back and address them. You deal with shit accordingly. Hey, look, little girl. You got a choice to make. It's either me or them. Because they don't know shit about me for you to be listening to the next motherfuckers. If she want to listen to them, then you let the little hoe move on. Because that means she ain't for you.
I tell you.
You got to pay attention sometimes to your kids. I pay attention. I'm listening,
Mhm.
eavesdropping, and some more. Mm-mm. Just like the little boy told my baby, he'll come over here and shoot it. Baby, you in the eighth grade, talking about coming up here shooting on somebody's house. I called him instantly so quick. I said, "Don't you know the shit that you texting my son right now can get you a charge? But I ain't gonna even give your mama and daddy that problem because they probably don't even know what's going on. But I'm gonna give you this chance to step back and stop texting my child, cause baby, trust me, he don't shoot, but his mama do." And I shoot children too. Fuck you talking about.
Your girl Raya says it got crazy after Brian Woods got unalived in a car wreck. That is my hood LMG. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
that's
didn't
what
hang
my hood
around. I
like.
didn't hang around LMG. What was it? LMG. That was Lamorne Garden,
And then you had Claim Home, cause
Claiborne
Claim
Home.
Home in the
That's where your
Garden
grandma
State.
lived in Claiborne Home.
Yep, my grandma stayed in the Claim Home, and Claim Home and LMG stayed into it, and they went to the same school like BTW and Vance and shit like that. Georgia Avenue,
But
elementary.
it
They
was more apartments downtown than that. It was Lamorne
yeah, cause
Garden,
you
Claiborne
had the
Home.
Fowler Home,
Now what was the Fowler home
Hurst
located at?
over there off of Crump, which called
Okay.
Mason Homes now. It's called Mason Home. Selena stayed over there.
Okay. Because I know they all were right there. They weren't too far from each other.
Yeah, you had Full Home, Claymore Home, Fowler
Mhm.
Home,
I don't know
Hurst
why I get
Village.
Lamorne Garden mixed up with Foots Homes.
Fowler Home just had a reunion down here at the park on Georgia, and they should have
So
stayed at home.
Foots Homes was where?
Full Homes is over here on Danny Thomas, closer to like the downtown area, like Vans, Fourth and Van, where all the hoes used to hang out at. They had the pool hall. They had the club across the street. They had the beauty shop, Miss Susie.
Oh, they said
Fourth
Lamar. She said Lamar Terrace. What was that at?
Lamar Terrace over there off of Lamar. That's where Frank stayed. And my brother Frank stayed over there.
Okay.
That's down there by that crystals and it's some other shit down there. Crystals. I go to the pool hall down there and play pool right there on Lamar before you get to Night Arnold.
Mm. He said it's
How
very few
Wayne said,
women that married outside of Memphis. I don't know. I thought that it would be okay to date outside of Memphis, but I don't know about that either.
baby, I wouldn't date them because, baby, and these folks be psychotic. Wait a minute, I'm going back to Hot Wayne. He said, I ain't got to get started. I ain't going to get triggered. I know the game enough. Yes, master ass bitch from the beginning of slavery. I don't know nothing about slavery, but baby, trust me, I was in that life here.
Mhm.
That's why I hate my cousin Mark style fucking with Ronnie Woods now. I wish he just would have kept on being the pimp that he was. You heard me? Fucked his life up.
I tell you. Hot Wang says, I'm listening.
Oh, she said Lamar Terry right there on Crump. She talking about right there on Crump before you get on the expressway. Show was Lamar Terry. You remember my mama Bisty? My mama friend stayed over there, Terry.
Yeah, but I was getting ready. Remember one time I spent the night over your house, your mama. Terry used to live in a house though. Remember she lived in the house
Yes, she
and
stayed
she
in the
used to
house
have
before
to
she moved
and
to
she
Lamar
she was
Terry.
sitting out there on your mama car and she would bring her purse outside, and she would have her purse on her shoulder. When she came
Uh-huh.
outside, she had to bring her purse outside with her.
Yeah, because you think people gonna steal from her, girl.
What remember her boyfriend, she had to bring her purse out because he was still out of her purse.
Yeah, yeah. That's why, because she would think people were stealing from her. But you know
Is she
what?
still
That made
alive?
me. You know what? That let me know that shit slipped my mind too. Because I'm gonna tell you this. That's where my baby daddy's foot got cut off at on that train track coming from Lamar Terrace to the God. That's where he lost his foot at, Crease. I forgot
Mm.
about that shit.
Is Terry still alive?
Terry did. My cousin Terry, the twin.
No, your mama friend.
Oh yeah, she still living. She stay down the street from me.
Okay.
Chocolate. No, not Mark that stayed on Lucy. I'm talking about Mark Bowie. They used to call him Pimp Mark. He was from the God. Mark Bowie, Nick, and Johnny and Ivory Bowie. Ivory Bowie was a beast in the garden, baby. They had one sister, her name was Lena. Lena had a badass shape like a Coke bottle. She had all the niggas.
What Lena doing now?
Sanctified with the Holy Ghost.
Well,
And she married.
that's good.
Yeah, she was bad back in the day. But her mind, I don't know what happened. Her mind didn't span that fucker, baby. I don't know what happened to her.
And her husband a pastor?
No, her husband not probably more of a deacon. She she might need to leave him alone.
Mm.
He kind of like the quiet, sneaky kind. I don't trust motherfuckers like that, Creasy. I'm just saying. When you
Mm.
quiet and sneaky, you
Mm-hmm.
can't trust them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I tell you. She said, you remember Rhonda Wells?
Wonder where. I remember a girl named Rhonda. She my Facebook friend now, but her last name Jenkins now though. I don't know if that's the same person. Chocolate. Do you remember Freestyle Freddy? Freestyle Freddy was hard as a motherfucker, just like Black Youngster Daddy. They ass could have went far. They was my him, Hitter, Hitman from the God. They was and Commodity. His real name is Commodity, but they call him Commode. And his brother.
Lord have mercy.
My, I'm creasing when I tell you these some rapping motherfuckers, and they my age now. Well, they're a little bit younger than me. And when I tell you they was some rapping motherfuckers back in the day, Train had them boys. They got some. Go on YouTube and listen to some of Train shit. Commode and that motherfucker, him and his brother. Damn, what's his brother name? Brother, I'm on the tip of my tongue. They the his Commode mama had two sisters. They were twin, red and black. One of them name was Red and the other name was Black. Red dead, Black still living. Commode mama. Man, when I tell you Commode got a brother, I can't think of his name. It's gonna come to me in a minute, y'all. They rapping out the frame. They on all train shit. Go on YouTube and listen to some train shit. You will see him. Rob B. That's his name. Rob B. Rob B, Commode, Hitman. Them was some rapping motherfuckers. You come up in G Train Club, you had to throw up the L. I don't give a fuck if you didn't claim nothing. When you in that motherfucker, you gonna throw up the L.
Mm. I tell you.
Yeah, what you got? This man right here know I'm bully. You show like he show know I'm bully. His real name Rob. We call him Rob B. Bully. Baby, you show know it. Commode, man, Commode used to compete in cooking and shit. Commode a cooking motherfucker. He a chef, girl.
He a chef
He ain't
now.
work. Yeah, he a chef now. He ain't worked at some of the high places down there in downtown. Chefing. That my every rendezvous high. Everybody from the God didn't give a fuck if they had an idea or not. My baby daddy even worked in that motherfucker, and I was surprised the nigga could get a job.
Mm. I tell you. He said was what she said what was youngster's daddy's name?
They youngster that name, I don't know his real name, but in the garden his name was Freddie. They call him Freestyle Freddie, baby. He was a rapping dog. He tried to give Black Youngster some music, and Black Youngster didn't want that shit. He tried to give him mine. He tried to, he wasn't never in youngster life. Don't get me wrong. He was a street nigga. But my thing is, kids don't understand how when but I understand where Black Youngster coming from because daddy never tried to reach out to him until he got grown and got famous. That's when
Mm.
he tried to reach out to him. But when when Tammy was having them in clubs doing shows and shit like that, investing in them, you should have stepped up as a man and tried to be in his life. The man is a rapping dog too, Black Youngster daddy, a rapping dog from LMG, baby. Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. They said Freddy Krueger, Black youngster daddy.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger. Yeah, Freddy Krueger and yeah, Freddy Krueger is Black Youngster Dad. Freddy Krueger, a
Oh.
rapping dog. You heard me? Had potential. Train died and they ain't had no money to put behind them niggas. They went to the slump. You gotta have money put behind you, and these niggas were taking their money, putting it up their nose, popping pills. They everything new came out. They want to try it. Them niggas wasn't about their life. You ain't ready for the spotlight. It's not for you.
Mm, mm, mm.
He tried to reach out to youngster. Freddie Cougar did. Tried to reach out to youngster, tried to give him some music and shit. And told him try, you know what I'm saying? But youngster being youngster, black youngster, you know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. He didn't go for this shit. He still feels some type of way. And my thing is that you got to understand the lifestyle that your daddy come from. He was a street nigga when your mammy met him. He wasn't for a nigga that stay at home raising no motherfucking kids. But you still should have been there for your child. But at some point, kids got to understand that you got to forgive and forget. You know what I'm saying? Your blessings won't land on the strip if you constantly letting shit block you.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I tell you.
Poo Poo died too then. And Poo Poo got shot. Poo Poo got shot over there at the Hillview then. And ain't them the twins from the God, Poo Poo? And he had a brother. I can't think of his brother name. But Poo Poo died in the garden. There, damn, what's his name? Not Dara Chase. It was Dara somebody. He moved to the Hillview, baby, and I don't know. The nigga went to Hillview and regulated.
Mm.
I don't too much care for rap like that. You know what I'm saying? I would listen to some old school before I listen to some rap. But I like to stay up to date on rap because like I said, I got a 15-year-old son, so I like to know what he listening to. But my son is both of my boys, Perion and Javion, they like, you know, they very antisocial, they mix. My Javion don't listen to a lot of rap, so I'm blessed for that. But I do listen to what my child listen to, so I can know what the fuck he listen to, and I can, hey, what he talking about on this motherfucker rap, talking about going rob a bank. Don't you try that? You know what I'm saying? It's just certain shit. The shit ain't that smooth as he making it in his son, baby. Hey. So we got to listen to what the fuck our kids are listening to know what we need to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Poo Poo stayed on Austin and Gator stayed on Austin. Gator got the tie shop on Crump. He got this motherfucking tie shop he brought from the pastor, y'all. I used to be mad at Gator because how you got a tie shop and you ain't even open? It's 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Motherfucker need their tie fixed and y'all ain't even open. Make it make sense. Now they wash cars, got a snowball man. I'm talking about they was even working on Sunday. I was surprised. Cause Gator be slacking sometimes. You hear me? Gator stayed up there where Poo Poo stayed at. If you talking about the old poo poo or the young poo poo, cause this a young poo poo you stay across the street from me, and then the young nigga so motherfucking hard crease, the little poo poo. If we talking about the same one of the poo poos dead. It was a twin from the guy, but this other little young poo poo that stayed over here across the street from me, I was so glad when they closed that motherfucker down, cause they had drive-by shootings and some more shit. He got dealership license like I do. He was trying to get me to no, he was on somebody dealership license, and he was trying to get me to go on the auction and get him some cars and shit. I don't know if she talking about the old poo poo or the young poo poo, cause it's two poo poo.
Mm.
The
Vanessa, you
young
coming on
poo,
tonight?
yeah, I'm finna get ready to go live when you go jump off, cause I need to address a couple of things. So when y'all leave this live, y'all come on over to Godmother's podcast, cause yeah, I need to address. I got some shit I need to address on my podcast, bitch.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna keep it cordial and later like though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't drinking. I'm sober right now. I'm smoking a cigarette because you know certain shit. I don't let nothing bother me. But hey, to hear shit that be going on, I'm like, I'm trying to figure this shit out. We all here trying to do the same thing, baby. God put me here for a reason. Put you here for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
That's
just
true.
trying to figure out what my spot is.
Well, you're doing a good job. I think you got the potential to do real good, and you already know I'm gonna always root you on, support you and anybody else that want to be supported. That's
Wait a
genuine.
minute. Yeah. Wait a minute, Highway. You say I sound like I walked around the strip club butt naked with incense. Nah, I was the madam of the motherfucker. I ain't walking around naked nothing. The fuck? Yeah, I'm the madam. I ain't walking around naked with no motherfucking incense. I'm selling hoes incense.
Thomas says, yeah, and another thing, ladies, stop letting ninjas think they doing something or betting it up, and just tell them they not in, and you have to tell them to go home.
Ladies got to stop inviting every motherfucking body they meet to their motherfucking house.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Everybody's not meant to know where the fuck you stay at, baby. You give a nigga something to talk about. You don't know who this nigga is. You just met him. You think he really liking you, but really another nigga and stick this nigga out on you to see if you are a going ass bitch. And you couldn't wait to invite this nigga to your house. And now he going back telling the nigga everything in the motherfucking house to confirm what the fuck that he already thought from the first motherfucking start. Stop inviting everybody to your motherfucking house. Everybody ain't good to come to your house.
Mm-hmm. Everybody ain't good to talk to because some of these dudes you would think, especially if they older, they wouldn't tell their business.
Exactly, cause like I said when I met the nigga down there with Aunt Jane, talking about he got two wives. Well, baby, I sure won't be the third. Fuck you talking about? I ain't on none of that. Sniper said he coming to my live, baby. He said, yeah, just let me know when you go live. I'm making sure I come over there. Sniper, let me find out you scared and shit. I don't like no shaking motherfucker. You know I'm on Tate Street. You gotta be hard when you go on Tate Street. You show any sign of weakness, baby, they'll come for you.
They'll come for you.
Hell yeah. You see a nigga just got shot in the ass over there. They weren't trying to kill him, they just shot him in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, AOB, the little guy, these young kids started AOB. They had been hanging out over here in my back driveway. But when they did that motherfucking shooting back here a couple of months ago, oh, they shit all that down. We had police over here every motherfucking day on the clock, around the clock, sitting back there in the back driveway and some more. Here I go, damn. Okay, then let me find out. Y'all taking care of the bees.
It says if you rule the world, real time. Look at. Hmm.
Yeah, babe, I'm trying to
Yeah.
rule
So
the
what you
world
gonna
one
talk
day.
about, Venice?
I'm gonna talk about my podcast tonight gonna be about other podcasters that get on here trying to down talk the next podcaster or whatever, you know, the situation is. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about how we, how, God gave us a gift. You got to tap into your gift. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not
Mm-hmm.
polite to get on here and discuss other podcasts, especially when you ain't tapped in and let me know that you're discussing me, baby. Tap me in and let me know that you're discussing me.
Your volume went all the way down.
That because somebody trying to call me. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me take this call. I'm gonna come right back.
Yeah, she took a call. She says I used to love the cereal back then called the same. I remember I used to love Fruit Loops and then they changed Fruit Loops. Like I cannot eat fruit. I don't even know if they still sell Fruit Loops, but they changed it. It started tasting different. I couldn't eat them. And then when I used to love Honey Smack, because we could eat all this sugary Honey Smack and nothing happened. We go outside and run and play it out. I used to love Honey Smack. I used to love Captain Crunch. I used to love Frosted Flakes. And don't y'all know I cannot eat cereal. I check to see who makes them. I have not been able to eat cereal from not what y'all what's the name of that cereal place that's in Memphis? Is it Kellogg's? I can't eat cereal from Kellogg's. Y'all remember when the workers went on a strike and the workers were there peeing all on the line and stuff. Remember that they had them on camera. I haven't been able to eat Kellogg's cereal since then. So if I look at them and I don't eat cereal anymore really because they're really too high in sugar. So I really don't buy cereal. But if I have a taste for some cereal, I look at them to make sure that it don't say Kellogg. It has to say Post. I can't eat Raisin Bran no more either because I used to like Post Raisin Bran. It's too sweet. It's something different about them. So if I buy cereal, I like to buy those plain lightly coated with honey, supposedly. But they have to be post cereal. The boxes are smaller, but that's probably all you need because I don't eat them. I might eat them. I have a taste to eat them one time, and then they just sit on top of the fridge. Yep. Raisin Bran Crunch. Yeah, I don't like those Raisin Bran Crunch. They're different. I don't like those Raisin Bran Crunch. It's something different about them. So, um, I like Cheerios, but I think Cheerios is made by Kellogg's, so I don't mess with them either. I'm gonna tell y'all something I've fallen totally in love with. It's the seaweed. I'm making me some tuna tonight, and I don't eat it with crackers anymore. I saw Cardi B make some of that hot pepper tuna. It was like a viral TikTok thing. I'm getting ready to do that tonight with my seaweed. And y'all, I went to my doctor's appointment today. I lost more weight. Give me
That's
a
good,
give
bestie.
me
That's
a
good.
month. Because I was looking at myself, I was like, oh, I'm losing weight. Like the swelling and stuff come. Oh, Lord have mercy. In another month, I promise you, I'm gonna be looking totally like myself again. She said,
Hey,
I love seaweed too. I do. Like I eat it with my tuna fish. Like it, I will not buy crackers anymore because crackers it's bread anyways. I love seaweed. I love all of the flavors of it, but especially I love the roasted garlic and the wasabi.
look,
Take
bitch, the
the tuna
one
and
thing
put it in there.
one thing about it, you got to eat good because don't nobody want no thin ass woman. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker that you can slime. One thing I learned best when I got to fight last time with that girl, you don't want to be too little where a motherfucker can slime you around. You know what I'm saying? You want to
Yeah.
keep your weight. You hear me? Because you don't want
Mhm.
nobody that can slime you from left to right. You hear me? Slime
That's
you like
it.
you ain't nothing. You hear me? So you got to keep your weight. I used to wanna, you know what I'm saying, when the BBL first came out, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to try it, I wanted to do it, but guess what? Ho, you'll never get to slime me, ho. You gonna have to put some work in talking about fucking with me.
I hear you.
But I love bread though. Bread and crackers. I have to have some bread and crackers with everything I eat.
Hmm. Yeah, but you know what? That bread and stuff, it ain't good. The crackers is bread.
I already know it, but I gotta have it. For real, for real. I ain't trying to look, ZK, I ain't trying to lose a pound on a motherfucking ass. Cause bitch, you'll never get to slime me. I ain't seen so many video motherfucker, little bit ass motherfucker getting swung by their hair, got braid, hoe just slinging you from left to right, up and down. Nah, better
Look,
not.
Hitter said, and you got to take a shower, not a bath. I was on the phone with Hitter the other night. I said, you know what, Hitter, I got to, no, I want to take a bath because I like the spa experience. I be loving to throw my bath salt and my bath
Yeah,
bombs into the bathtub.
and there's nothing wrong with it, child. But I'm telling you from the health perspective that a
Look,
shower is
Hitter
made
said,
for a
Vanessa,
woman.
he said, you better not tell Vanessa. Vanessa going to have a fit if you know you
Mom,
taking a bath without taking a shower first.
I'm trying to tell you, if a nigga don't like to take a bath and he talking about he want a dick suck, baby, you'll never get a suck. 'Cause you don't even
Vanessa,
want to sip no water.
you gonna get the channel struck. We can't get the channel struck saying the D word.
Okay, well, they penis.
Right.
How
Okay.
could you want oral sex and you don't even like to take a bath?
Well, let me ask you something, Anissa. What you gonna talk about?
I'm gonna talk about what I just told you. Why podcasters want to be cruel like they want to be. Why y'all want to discuss other people? Why when you trying to direct somebody, you don't direct them. Let me, if you talking about me, let me know you talking about me, baby. Tag me so I can be there.
Mhm. They said BBL the most dangerous procedure. Procedure. More people die and have serious complications from BBLs.
And not only that, they have mood swings. They have a stinky ass smell that they can't get rid of.
That's what they saying. These girls going to get these BBLs and they be stanky.
Stinky as fuck. Fuck you talking about. I know a hoe that had a BBL. Hoe, you need to go back and get your money back because they didn't do a good job. And now she want to go get a breast reduction. Oh, you should have started with the breast reduction first, so you can You know what I'm saying? They cut some of them titties out, then you can see yourself. Then the doctor can know what they doing, but you still got them big ass jugs, and now you want to go get a BBL. That shit don't go hand in hand.
Lord have mercy. Mm.
Hit up. You got to start sitting them balls in some water, baby. You got to soak them, let the motherfucker get clean. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you niggas out here be talking about y'all want oral sex. It's no way possible you want oral sex, but you don't want to sit in the tub and soak that dick and put it. You know, some of y'all is circumcised. Some of y'all ain't circumcised. But it's my best said, it's a part of life. We can't act like this shit don't exist. Some of these niggas need to go get circumcised. My daddy got circumcised when he was about 40. He was like about 46. My daddy went and got, man, stop playing. I'm just saying.
I tell you.
Your mammy should have got you circumcised when she pushed you out. But if she didn't, you need to go get circumcised. You don't need all that extra skin. And for you motherfuckers that have, you still need to soak them balls and them hairs. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little trimmer. Trim that shit down some. Nigga, you can't want no motherfucker oral sex and nigga, you smelling like... I'm just saying. The stitch is there. It's in your pores. Drop you a tap of motherfucking bleach in your water when you sit in it. Cleaning is next to godliness. I'm just saying.
Vanessa, they said maybe they go by Isaac Hayes slogans. They said grown folks communicate.
That's all I'm saying. We gonna keep this shit 100. Your motherfucking body and your body odor. We all got pores. You know what I'm saying? We all do different shit. You know what I'm saying? Get you some of that brown Lysol we used to use back in the day.
You said lie, brown lie. You know what? I ain't said no brown lie, and I don't know when.
No. Beth said you don't see brown Lysol no more.
No, I don't see it.
You baby, stop playing. Tell them go to Walmart. It's there if they ain't stole all of them out the ship. Because they know they ass stanky. You got to put a top full in your water. You know what I'm saying? You niggas who play basketball, like to go home. I ain't finna get in tub yet. I'm finna sit here and play the game for a minute. No. You go play basketball, football, whatever the fuck you like to do. You been sweat. Baby, go hop in the tub. Play the game when you get out. Because the longer you let that dirt and sweat sit on you, it's going in your pores. Come on now.
He said, dunk them balls. I said, so so you said put Clorox and lye. Won't that eat them up?
No. Yeah, I ain't say use both, but some of them need both because they ain't gonna never smell no better.
Well, Lord have mercy.
They ain't gonna never smell no better, bestie. So, hey, I said just a top full. I ain't said a whole fucking bottle. Just a top full. But a shower is made for a woman because we don't want to get with the hose. And we got to worry about the bacteria and that dirt that we washing off on us in the water. Don't get in them holes. You know what I'm saying? That's what give you yeast infection. Sometimes the nigga might tell you, oh, bitch, you ain't gave me some woo-woo-woo. And all the time you ain't been to gave the nigga shit. It's because you ain't bathing right. And you sitting in this dirt-ass water that you taking a bath in, and it's going up in your hole.
So they discontinued the brown Lysol.
Nah, baby. I got a bottle right now. Fuck you talking about. You ain't talking about nothing.
I tell you.
A shower is for a woman and a bath is for a man. Y'all got to soak them balls, baby. Ain't nobody gonna give you your head. You gotta. How do you put your head on a nigga and try to get him oral and he got an odor that? No. That's why I ain't got no nigga now. I'm okay with it though. Cause the head is what you're looking for, baby. You ain't gonna get it over here. You don't even like the back.
I tell you. Mm. She said betadine. I ain't heard of betadine in a long time.
Oh, that's all I need. I ain't even seen that. Well, baby, they need a little bit of everything. You know, we got some trifling ass men out here that like to go shoe ball. Instead of you going home, gone, getting in the tub, you want to sit and play the game 2, 3 hours. Baby, that shit going in your pores, baby. You stink as fuck. It's there.
Mm, I tell you. Vanessa, I got, you know what? I had been bought, I ordered me some spa stuff, some jelly, um, spa stuff to start doing my own toes and stuff. You know, I'm not gonna be able to go back to the nail shop now
I
because
stopped
it
fucking with
messed
them
my
a long
nails up
time ago.
again. So I gotta start just get. I got everything I need to get myself a pedicure. The only thing about it,
Yeah,
I ordered
because
that gel nail polish. I'm not gonna be able to use it because they said that gel nail polish is what's messing your fingers and stuff, your fingernails and stuff.
baby, I got the gel nail polish in the machine that you put your hand up on so it can dry. Put you some fake nails on them, press on the clear white one, polish them how you want them. Put you some gel nail on them, motherfucker. Stick your hand up under there. I got the whole set over here. I found it at the thrift store. The ultra light thing that you put your hand up on so they can dry. I get me
Mhm.
some white tips or some white, you know what I'm saying? Baby, yes, ma'am. I'm doing my own shit over here. You ain't gonna catch me playing.
Mhm.
You ain't gonna catch me playing with the Chinese people, baby. Y'all can't get another dollar. I do need them to do these toes, though. They good at these toes, but before I go, I'm gonna been and did my own toes. Then I let them go behind them. But baby, don't put no polish, no nothing on them, baby. Just put a little oil on them and I'm out the door. But I'm not fit to pay no $40 for no motherfucking
Well, that's what
pedicure.
they charge because now I just get my
Oh,
toes done. I
I
start
don't
doing my
pay
own,
no,
so they
I don't
charge
pay,
45.
no man. No ma'am. I don't pay no more. I pay $25. Bitch, I have my own polish off. The toes are already, all thing I need you to do my cuticles, file them down and you know what I'm saying, make sure my toenails cut, you know, $25. I ain't giving you 40 shit, bitch. For what? I might give you a tip.
Yeah, 45 is pretty high just to get your toes done.
Yeah, I ain't paying that. Cause I've been in already dealing myself before I go. I just need you to come up and be the bag up. But yeah, I'm paying 25 every time I go. I guess cause I go to the same shop. I've been there for the last 5 years. When I go through the door, she gonna say, "Where you been, mama?" She's a Chinese woman. Her husband sit at home watch the kids while she at home doing nail. I told her, "Guess what? I ain't got too much money to give you. I'm gonna give you this $25."
Mm. I thought the average pedicure was $35.
That's what they call themselves going up to when it was during the COVID. I don't pay that. I got a shop I go to. I pay 25 every time I go. I ain't paying nothing extra. If I want to give you a tip, I'm gonna give it to you. You better hope I have it. I don't get my nails on here. They can't fuck with my nails. I'm doing press on all day long. And I don't even use the nail glue. I use super glue so it can stay on about a couple of days.
Did you tell Cypress you get ready to come on?
Mm-hmm. Cypher waiting. He's so shaky. I gotta get my boy. His birthday Sunday. I'm gonna send him a little something for his birthday. You know what I'm saying? My
What
baby
he's thinking
birthday,
about?
my Javion birthday is next weekend. My best friend birthday is this weekend. Cypress birthday is Sunday. I'm gonna send him a little something just because. You know what I'm saying? I ain't pressed for nothing. You hear me? But I'm gonna
Yes,
fuck
and
with
what's
you.
Cypress shake about? You got him scared. He's scared to come up.
No,
He's scared.
no, 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 no. Cypress been scared. He let motherfuckers come on his podcast and do and say too much. But I ain't gonna get on him tonight. He already know what it is. I told you stop being so motherfucking friendly. I don't like no friendly ass nigga.
I tell you.
It's all right to be cordial. We can be cordial with a motherfucker, but we ain't being friendly. We ain't let a motherfucker get away with too much.
I thought you was gonna say he's scared of you. You have him nervous.
Yeah, I ain't trying to make him nervous. I want them to come up out the box. You hear me? If I can give him the way I need him, he ain't gonna want for nothing. He gonna be getting cash out every day.
He gonna be making a lot of money off that podcast, ain't it?
That's the only thing I'm saying, baby. Let me put you on flirt books. You ain't gotta do nothing. Put on some fresh ass spandex. Make sure you're buff. Show them your chest, baby. Stick your chest out.
I tell you.
Yeah. It's 9:30, bitch. So you got to come on so I can go on because I told them 8 or 9.
Okay, so you get ready. All right. Well, y'all, Vanessa get ready to come on. So, because I've been on 2 hours. She has said she wanted to come on 9:30. Anyways, you guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all go over there to the Godmothers podcast, straight out of South Memphis. Okay. Make sure you
y'all
guys
come on.
like, share, and subscribe. What time are you coming on?
I'm finna come on right behind you. I'm finna go right behind you because I need to address some shit. Y'all come on over here so I can let a motherfucker know. Come on.
All right.
I'm going to send you the link.
Okay. All right. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all tuning in. I love you all. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, y'all.